And we're live.
Welcome to Fall Forward Radio.
Well, good morning, my friend.
A long time no see there, pal.
How are you? I feel like I haven't seen you in weeks.
That's right. Well, it's because I'm still doing all my IKEA building.
Oh, the IKEA. Hey, listen, before we start, I need to say to the people, thank you so much for our support. And to support us even more, please subscribe, please share and comment and let people know what we're doing so that we can get better and even more exciting stories on the show. So that's my spiel.
Spread the word.
Yeah, spread the word. So
Good luck.
I have some breaking news for the Fall Forward fanatics. Are you ready?
I'm listening. Go
Jay
ahead.
Hawk is now on TikTok.
Raise the roof, buddy. Raise the roof. Here we go.
Now, why is Jay Hawk on TikTok? Would you
right.
like to tell the listeners why you're on TikTok?
Well, I'm sure most people would think to themselves he's on there doing funny videos with Rob, which may or may not happen at some point.
It will. Definitely.
But the fact of the matter is we've gotten involved with a pretty big fundraiser effort and come to find out that there's a great community out in the TikTok space. We're working with everybody out there, all the big names, Tracy D. Farron, everyone you can think of.
Jonah Bologna.
That's right. Big supporters. And we're just out there, connecting with people and building out the network. So hopefully you'll see some more information from us soon about that.
Yeah, also as well is that the Fall Forward fanatics that follow me on TikTok always asked, where is Jay Hawk? Why isn't he on here? So I was like, look, dude, they're screaming for you. So, but now we're talking about this fundraiser that we're doing. It's been amazing. You would have seen the episode from last week with Rob Shear for Comfort Cases. And we said that we're going to hit that 12,000 goal, and we are over halfway.
Right, 5 days in, buddy.
Unbelievable. And Tracy D. Farron has been incredible. So has Jonah Bologna, one of our friends. He was on his live last night and he raised $1,000 in one night. So
this is real, people.
Amazing people. So we cannot thank you enough, and we can't wait till the next episode where we give you our results, because it's going to be really huge. Hey, listen, that brings me on to this week's guest.
Yes. Who do we got?
I got it right. I didn't say one of our first guests. We have a guy called Marcus Hansen, and we've been referred to him by Tracy D. Farron, our wonderful friend. And this guy's story is incredible, from the hospital bed to where he is now. So,
very motivational.
You know what? Can't wait to get him on the show.
There he is.
There he is.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Doing great. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate it.
Of course. No problem at all. I'm happy to be here.
Excellent. So, Mark, obviously we came by way of each other from our friend Tracy, who we can't thank enough for introducing us. You have such an incredibly interesting story from start to finish, and we typically like to, start off by having the individual or the guest to kind of explain to everybody a little bit about who they are and kind of where they've come from, et cetera. Would you mind kind of giving us a quick summary on all that?
Yeah, sure. So I was diagnosed with kidney failure 9 years ago at this point, and was on dialysis for 9 months until I was able to get my transplant. During dialysis, a lot of emotional stuff happened, and I was able to pull myself out of a very bad, dark, pills in my hand kind of place, and created my first company out of a dialysis chair. I looked at it and said, I've got 12 hours a week that I'm stuck here. I can either watch TV and rot my brain, or I can create something that I actually want in my life to give to others in the future. So that's where I started my first company, the Drug Rehab Agency, and have grown from there. So now I own recoverydelivered.com, which is an opioid use disorder treatment online via telemedicine. Help people get access to it without having to go through walking into a clinic, the stigma of all of that. It allows them to get access to what they need quickly, efficiently, and affordably. And I also am a life coach at positivity.guide. So that's what I do, and that's my story.
Man, talk about going after it. I can tell you that, having been with my wife who had gone through breast cancer treatment, chemotherapy, I understand what you're saying about being in that room with everybody, and everyone's connected to a machine. And they're in a challenging time in their life. And just to think about the moment that I spent with her, I was working while she was getting it, the chemotherapy, but thinking for you, the person getting the treatment and actually building a business, how motivating that is to hear that someone can do something like that at that moment in time as well. Good for you, man.
Thanks. How's your wife doing?
She's fantastic. She's 4 years cancer free, and really going after it health wise. She's quite a remarkable person in that same return.
Congratulations to her.
Appreciate that. Yes.
Well, okay. So that was your 3-minute elevator pitch. Let's dive into that for a second, because you said it and it was you glossed over it. Let's stop for a second. Let's go back to the kidney failure, the dialysis. How many people, when they're going through that, and I don't know, and I haven't been through it, and you can speak of this, the average person that sits there and has dialysis, like you said, sits there and watches TV and, correct me if I'm wrong, is trying to figure out, am I going to survive? Do I have the mental capability to be able to fight mind over matter? Or am I just going to sit here and hope and pray? Would you say that's kind of accurate for the kind of people that you maybe have seen when you were doing dialysis, just looking? Because I know you well enough to know that you can judge a character when you're looking around. You can see the people that are just giving up, and you can see the people that aren't. Would you say that's kind of accurate?
Yeah, I mean, in the thing about dialysis and kidney failure is it's typically for those later in life. Right. And so when I was 29 and diagnosed, that was different. They didn't know how to handle it. Right. Yeah. And so there were younger people in there, a couple 18, 19, 20-year-olds in there with me, but the vast majority were those later in life. And you could tell they just kind of, at that point, they're too old to get a transplant. They don't qualify. Perhaps they're alcoholics, things like that. And a lot of them just kind of sat there. Dialysis is a very sad place to visit.
Right. I mean, I can't imagine what you went through, but you said, so you had 12 to 15 hours a week of doing dialysis. At what stage, 12 hours. So at what stage during this did you make your decision? Okay, I'm going to do something with my time.
That would be month 2.
Okay.
Month 2, that first month I was really, like I said, in a very negative space mentally and emotionally. And I had to go through all of that to find what I actually wanted to do and create what I wanted to create. And so I watched the TV and just sat there like, well, woe is me. The world's happening to me. I'm not happening to the world. And then when I finally clicked, I went, no. I don't let things happen to me. I affect change. So let's go forward and do that.
I love that. That's just a fantastic quote to say that kind of thing. So, okay. So then you started to look into businesses. What was the reason for the opioid prevention company? What made you decide to do that, of all things?
So Recovery Delivered came because I own a marketing agency, the drug rehab agency that only works with addiction centers. So all we do is market treatment centers.
Okay.
And this came across my desk from a good friend of mine, and he said, "What do you think?" I said, "It's a great idea." And for a long time, because I lost my best friend to heroin, I've seen what that does. I was there when he died. I wanted to actually do change, right? Like marketing, I can help great centers affect change that way, but I wanted to be more involved in the process. And so when it came across my desk and my business partner said, "Hey, I need a marketing guy. There is no one better than you. Will you come join this organization?" I said, "Yep. Absolutely.
Let's rock person at the right time."
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. 1000% correct.
Yep.
Okay. So you started that. And I think when we spoke prior to the interview, you were saying that you moved very fast on this. It wasn't a space of, sit and wait. You are doing different things every single day. So yes. How many years now down the line are you into your company?
1 year. We're about 1.5 years in.
And how's it going?
Beautifully. I mean, it's people really took to it. The idea of just doing it on your phone, like we're doing right here, just meet with your doctor and then go pick up your prescription at the local pharmacy. It negates a lot of issues for people when it comes to the stigma of opioid addiction, when it comes to taking your children into a dirty, nasty physical clinic at 5 a.m. because it's the only time you can get there before work. We have patients who do their meetings with the doctor on their lunch break. They're able to kind of live their life and we mold around them. And so the business is up 300% month over month the last 5 months. We just continuously grow. Marketing is rocking and rolling, but we get more word of mouth than virtually anything. Shout out to Reddit. One of our patients went on Reddit and said, "You guys, you can do it online right here." And it was an influx like that. So very, very proud of the work we do there.
Yeah,
Well,
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine everybody, you know, like you said, they don't want to go sit into a waiting room with multiple other people kind of waiting their turn, so to speak. And who knows what kind of space they're in their minds. And, you know, that's just a great thing. You solved the challenge with technology, so to speak.
Yes, we did. And COVID certainly, I don't want to say helped, because COVID is a nasty thing. And a lot of people are struggling because of that.
Yeah.
At the same time, we were there when COVID happened, and it was a matter of getting people out to know that you can do this online. Your clinic shut down. They all shut down. So these people who have this medication, Suboxone, that they have to take, it's not a option unless they want to go through get very sick. It's very awful to withdraw from Suboxone incorrectly. So to have the access to that for us meant a lot. We had a lot of patients come in that we were able to help.
That's beautiful.
I mean, the thing is, I think that post-COVID, because it's not over yet, you know, everything's become contactless delivery. You can't go in places. You can go in there, but there's only a certain amount of people. You were doing that before. So you had seen what it was that people wanted from that aspect before you did it. And it's kind of rolling in, because everybody now, I mean, not everybody, a lot of companies now are trying to do things without having to see people, like Zoom calls, like meetings and stuff like that. And, you know, hopefully fingers crossed, it's going to slow down and get back to some kind of normal. But I think we all agree it's never going to get back to your complete normal. So where, excuse me, so where you're at now is phenomenal, but it's great to hear that you saw this before COVID and it wasn't just the reason for doing it. Because like I said, you could have just been like, well, COVID's hit, let's do this, but you saw that ahead. So I commend you. We commend you on that. It's a great, great idea and what you're doing. And the fact that you're helping people so that they can just, like you said, deal with it themselves. Sometimes they don't want to tell everybody, gives them the option of what they want to do.
Well, it gives the power back. And that's a huge thing, at least in my belief system. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not an addiction specialist. However, I deal with a lot of people with addiction in the coaching business that I run. So it's the power they need to take back. Right. And it gives them control. So if you look at what a classic clinic looks like, the brick and mortar, go in, wait your turn, see the doctor, go get the prescription. We're open between 5 a.m. and 2. And if that doesn't work for you, well, tough luck. Versus, no, you're not a bad person. What do you need from us? You tell us what it is that you need, what works for you time-wise, so that you can actually enjoy your recovery rather than worrying about driving 50 miles to get to a clinic with your kids in the morning at 5 a.m. Like that's all fantastic. Of that stuff, it's just, that was the epitome of it. And I think now, and I think we all could agree this, is that after COVID is done, when hopefully as soon as humanly possible, we're going to see a lot more of this. Yeah. We don't need to have a lot of face-to-face interactions to do basic stuff. You know, you don't need to be driving 50 miles for a 15-minute meeting.
100%.
That's silly. More. So I think a lot of companies are transitioning. I know a lot of treatment centers have gone, brick and mortar treatment centers have gone to this model as well. It's just, we're better at marketing than they are.
Good for you.
Marcus, one of the things that Rob brought to my attention, he recently got me to join on a TikTok and bring me into that ecosystem. Yeah. But, you know, one of the things that we're trying to do is bring great inspirational stories and you know, locate people like yourself. And when your name was brought up, Rob had showed me where a few folks had reached out to you just on a personal note, kind of in a dark space. And you know, you're being such a kind person and kind of, like you said earlier, coaching, a motivator in your own right. And so I was kind of curious, you know, what does that look like for you? Is that something that you do just on a personal side because you've been in you know, you've gone through some tough times, or is that something that you're doing as a business? Because it seems very genuine with the things that you say. And it really seems like you're resonating with the things you say to those people who reach out to you.
Yeah. So TikTok is personal. TikTok it's fun. I enjoy making those videos. I enjoy helping those people, and it's a lot of fun. It really is. And I'll say that I have made $0 minus the $12 I have in my creator fund from TikTok. I do it just because I love to do it. So we'll maybe monetize down the road. Just right now, I'm enjoying reaching out to people and helping them.
Yeah, no, that's great.
So that being said, what I see is you'll be looking on TikTok, you'll find someone or you'll see someone that's having a bad time, and they're posting on there that they're not well, or there's something that they're not right there with, and then you'll do a duet, and then you'll say, hey, look, I'm here for you. Give me a call. Let me know. First 30 minutes. Let's go for it. How many people are you finding that are actually contacting you from that?
Oh my goodness. So this last 2 weeks, 30 to 40, somewhere in that range.
That's a big impact you have on some
That's
folks.
huge.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's massive. It's like, so a great example is I did a duet last night. A young man who I come to find out is in high school, is transitioning, and has some, I think it's a cleft palate or something like that. I wasn't too aware. And he's being bullied to the point where he doesn't want to be here anymore.
right.
And so it's those people that I reach out to and say, my services are free to you. You will have me as a personal coach to get through this rough time, especially if you're young like that, because we've all been there. High school sucks.
They've got
right?
a long road ahead of them too. So that's wonderful that you're trying to step in at that point and help them pivot a little bit.
Yep. Yep.
Jeez.
So hopefully we get
stuff.
to have that conversation there, and we can help that person. And, with TikTok, it's back, and everything that we're doing there to raise funds to help people, that are homeless, that need to get their house, that, are behind on their bills. There's a lot of different things that I do, that Team Positivity does to create change versus just doing a video.
Awesome. I mean, before we get to that, because I want to touch on the positivity and TikTok gives back.
Sure.
You call yourself a success coach, which I like a lot better than a life coach, because a success coach says it in the words is you want to help them set them up for success. And, some people may be thinking, well, if this kid has a problem, why aren't they reaching out to their parents? Why aren't they speaking to their loved ones? And it's not that easy when you're speaking to a parent, I'm assuming, because they're just going to either jump on the defensive, they're going to do the opposite and then say, oh no, don't worry about it, and not realize how serious it is. And we've covered that in a few other episodes from the mental health side. So are you finding that they're opening up to you more because they don't necessarily know you, you don't know them, so it's just a blank canvas, and then you can use from what you're speaking to them about to help them with their success?
Yes, I believe that to be true. I think a lot of the people that I reach out to help know me on TikTok. They follow me on TikTok. And so when I reach out, and this sounds so ridiculous to me still, after this time on TikTok, they're excited to talk to Fort Collins Dad. They really want to talk to me. And so they come with all the energy and they come with all the stuff. And for the younger people that I've helped, they feel as though their parents won't understand. Right. And I think all of us have been there at one point when we were younger, and it's identifying and realizing within myself when I speak to them that I've been there. Yeah. I didn't want to talk to my parents about something horrible either.
Sure.
So I'm here. I could be your father. I'm old enough. So let's have a conversation about where you are. And then I literally, for the most part, ask them, how can I help? And I shut up and listen. And most people talk for about 10 minutes. And then I get an idea of where they are mentally, and we can move forward from there.
Well, look, everybody needs a good friend in this world. And Rob, we both know we have children. They listen better to the coaches and to their friends' parents than they do to us when they're around. So
100%.
It's great that you do resonate with folks, that they do realize they can reach out to you too. That's just a fantastic medium to provide help to others. Great to hear it, man. And really can tell just from talking to you how motivated you are from your own personal perspective. But you got me going now. I think Rob and I have a little bit of work on ourselves soon to do.
I'm here, gentlemen.
Yeah.
You can be our Swami.
You'll see me and Jay on TikTok duetting you, saying, hey, we need some help here. We need
yeah. Help me help you.
But you know what the thing is, Marcus, and I've learned, and Jay and I, it's, you have gut feelings about people. You look at them and, we're very good. I know it's been brought up from my family, from my mom, is, you can tell someone very quickly whether they're a good person, whether they're legitimate, they're genuine, they're saying it. And from the minute I met you, or the first time I saw you on TikTok, I was like, this guy's a cool dude. And I would sit and listen. I know it's only 60 seconds, but in that 60 seconds, it can be really fast and rushed, or you could get 3 points across in 60 seconds that someone goes, wow.
It makes me think.
It makes them think. And the fact that you had 30 people reaching out to you in such a short space of time is amazing, because they trust you. So again, very, very talented human being you are in so many different areas. And it's just so cool to be associated with you and to call you a friend of ours now.
Yes.
I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you, gentlemen.
So Marcus, how can we, we like to always ask our guests, how can we help you, so to speak, with anything you're doing? I know you mentioned the TikTok campaign you're working right now. Give us and the viewers some idea of some of the things you're doing, like I said, that we can support you. We'd love to put it on our show. We put it on our website. We want to make sure we permeate that out to everybody.
Sure. So TikTok Gives Back is I can't say organization because we're not incorporated. We don't have a 501c3 status. What we are doing is we collect donations from our followers. We put it all into an account, and then we use that account to help people in need.
Awesome.
I will say, in order to get those funds, you have to jump through a lot of hoops because sadly, there are a lot of people who just want me to pay their cell phone bill for them.
Sure. Right.
Right. I have no money, but they have a nicer iPhone than I do.
Always.
It's just, you know, there's a lot of that. So we go through a process of vetting to make sure that it's the right people that we want to help. Right now, TikTok is helping a woman here in Fort Collins. She has a 15-year-old son, and they have become homeless. And so they're living at a friend's house on the couch. And obviously that's not the most ideal position for a 15-year-old boy to be living with his mother in a couch. He needs his space. He needs his time.
Sure.
And we all understand that. And so we need to raise $500 to get her an apartment. I've spoken with the landlord. I've met her here in Fort Collins. We've had a cocktail and talked about everything. And she's good people. So right now that's what we're doing. And that's what TikTok Gives Back is all about. Is it's easy for me to make a 60-second video. It's easy for me to dance and do some silly thing to make someone smile. Yep. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we want to affect actual change. Where can we actually impact someone's life effectively so that they can then pay it forward in the future?
Love it.
Amazing. Well, you guys, you'll be able to see, let me see, it's over here and down here, just below Marcus, basically, all of the links on there to his TikTok, to TikTok Gives Back, to his website, to his business. I mean, it's probably about this long, but the thing is, you know, we're all about helping people. I know that we're in the process of a campaign helping with foster children to, you know, get them, and you're going to make a duet. We've told you, we've asked you live on here. So if you don't do it, then the Full Forward Fanatics are coming after you, and it's a shameless plug, and I don't care. But the thing is, my last question, and our last question on the show is, we like to ask our guests if there's anybody that they know of that has a story that has helped somebody else that we could bring on the show that you may be able to reach out to or recommend for us, just so we can get more stories, more messages, more people out there hearing about their situation. So over to you, my friend.
Yeah, on the hot seat.
Okay, so here it is. Tisha. Hot Bish Tish is her handle on TikTok.
Okay.
Her story is amazing. She has battled a lot of things and has overcome a lot and still is extremely positive. And she spreads a lot of love, a lot of knowledge. She's an amazing human being. So Tisha, it's you, my friend.
We're going to come find you, Tisha.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead and reach out to her for us. Let us know, put us in contact with her. And I love, because we're now we're curious, because we don't know what she's overcome, what her story is, and don't tell us, because we want to find out.
No, that's for you guys. That's your job.
Yeah, I'm excited now. I want to know what's going on. This is fantastic. Well, listen, hey, Marcus, it's been an awesome, absolute pleasure meeting you.
Likewise, guys.
Finding out your story. We are, like I said, we are so honored to call you a friend of the show and want to stay in contact with you and help in any way that we can. Yes. It's been great, man. So thank you.
That goes both ways, guys. Anything that I can do to help you guys with your campaigns that you're running, promoting the show, promoting, you know, anything. You just reach out to me.
We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we have your number now, so you can't get rid of us. So.
I know, right? Oh, yeah. Darn.
There you go. Well, listen, man, thank you so much.
Marcus.
And we'll be in touch soon.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you so much, buddy. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
What a cool dude.
Rob, if you're not motivated from hearing Marcus talk, just listening to how he was sitting in that chair for 12 hours a week, built businesses from that chair. And dialysis is not an easy thing to go through as far as treatment. So kudos to him. What a great guy. Seems like this is going to be yet another great connection to have going forward, and a friend for a very long time.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for bringing
Tracy. Thank you.
That's awesome. He's just a great guy, and you know, he's motivational. So great to have him on the show. Great to have a friend. It's just fantastic.
Yep.
So moving on into hold on a second. What are you drinking out of?
Oh, Governor, having a spot of tea.
This guy is killing me. Jay, just roll the music. Just go ahead and roll the music. Unbelievable. So, guys, At the end of this episode, we just want to update you a little bit as we did at the beginning. We're still raising money for Comfort Cases from episode with Rob Shear, and it's going amazing.
Everybody, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's great. So on the screen here, you'll see on the side, note that side, you're going to see all the information on there, how to donate. So please keep going with that. We can't wait to fly up there to Maryland, present him with a check, and just using all of your help. So we love you all, and it's just been amazing.
Thanks for all the support, everybody. The kids are going to be very, very, very happy about this.
They are. I'm going to go steal that teacup away from him and sign out with ABC 123, Rob C. Yeah, you know me. Get it backwards. See you next week.
And Jayhawk. Take care, everybody. Thanks.
Take
Bye-bye.
Care.
Hey, Fall Forward fanatics. Jayhawk here.
And Rob C. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell.
And also check out our website, fallforwardradio.com, and the Suggest a Guest section.
And always remember to keep inspiring
and keep falling forward. See you guys soon.